Welcome to Page America, Lake Powell. I'm here to share with you my review and experience of the Slippery Wetsuits brand Array side entry vest, and also to share with you why I believe side entry vests are the best kind of vests for eFoiling specifically. And that's because all of the hardware has been moved from the front to the side. And so when you're climbing up onto your eFoil, onto your belly, you don't have the discomfort or even the risk of the hardware scratching the board and being underneath you. Especially if you want to ride like Superman and you're on your belly long term, all that hardware, again, it's not going to be uncomfortably underneath you. And this vest I bought as a result of comments from my father almost 2 years ago while I was on a long extended ride from marina to marina to marina and then some for a total of a 23-mile ride. And because we were going through the main channel and such a long ride, he escorted me for safety and for fun. And he commented to me that my black life vest that I was wearing with my black wetsuit just wasn't as visible as it could be. And so when I got home, I started researching life vests that were neoprene, that were side entry, and of visible colors such as this red color. And then I stumbled upon this brand, Slippery Wetsuits, which I'd never heard of before. But this Slippery Array side entry vest at the time was the cheapest neoprene U.S. Coast Guard approved side entry vest that I could find. And when you're at Lake Powell or any other lake where technically a Coast Guard approved vest is required, then this is a really good vest for you to look into. And before I get too much further into this video, I'd like to invite you to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me a lot, putting all these videos together. I've got many other videos I'd love to share and are in the works. And one of the benefits of me being delayed and behind on many of the videos that I'd like to share is that this video comes back with 2 years of experience and use and abuse and all that stuff. So you know that this vest is going to stand up to the test of time. And if you have seen any of my other videos and socials, you also know that I ride year round. And so this vest has been through 4 years of typical use of most everyone else who is only going for summer. So this vest has definitely stood up to time, despite that it comes from a brand that I personally had never heard of before. One of the things that I wish they would add or suggest they add is a button or strap to keep the zipper up, or maybe some kind of zipper lock. So the zipper sometimes has come down, but it's usually never come down any more than a couple of inches. Most of the time it doesn't come down at all. So I may have not zipped it up all the way, or a particularly harder crash caused the zipper to go down. But overall, I've been very satisfied with this vest. It has several segments for mobility and flexibility. So one of the drawbacks of any side entry vest, and not just this one, is that if you're wearing anything on your head, you're going to have to be mindful about when you take that thing off or put it on your head. So for example, if I want to take this life vest off, I have to first take off my hat or helmet, such as this bright green visible Shred Ready helmet. I have a review of this as well. So I have to first take that off before I can take off the vest. Glasses are all right. If you have some really big glasses, you might have to take them off, but otherwise you'll have to be, mindful about how you pull the straps to get it over your glasses. And these are floating glasses, which I'll be reviewing at a later date. And the most frustrating thing of all is the times when I get my helmet all cinched up and ready to go, and then I realize that I should have put my life vest on first, because now I'm going to have to take my helmet off and then put my life vest on and then put the helmet on. And I can't tell you how many times I've made that mistake. So you got to make sure that you put your life vest on first and then any head coverings afterwards. So that's the main big drawback. Another one that might be a drawback is if you want to lay your life vest out like flat, you can't lay this flat. There's no way to lay this flat, but you can, put it over a railing. You can still hang it in other ways to dry, you just will not be able to hang it or lay it out flat. So that would be the other drawback, or something that you just have to get used to, are those things. Over the 2 years of extended use, there has never been anything that has failed or broken on this life vest. I haven't noticed it permanently stretching out, although it is stretchy enough that I have used it over the top of my wetsuits, but it still retains its original form so that I can use it without a wetsuit as well. It definitely is tight with my wetsuit, I'm not going to lie, but I really like how it hasn't permanently stretched out with the use of my wetsuits. You can see it has, again, several different segments here. And it comes with a safety whistle. And I have another video that reviews this whistle and the Fox 40 whistle. I have the Fox 40 whistle attached to all of my eFoil remotes, and it's the cheapest, most important thing that you should have for every eFoil and eFoil rider is, some kind of whistle. And if you'd like to hear how this sounds, you can check out that video as well. One important trait that I look for in any life vest is that the straps are not hidden more than 50% at a time. So the reason that I do not want to have the straps hidden more than 50% of their length at a time is if they get twisted, it's really hard to get it untwisted, because you can't pull the straps out to expose the twist. Like this life vest, for example, almost the entire length of the strap is hidden behind the neoprene. But this one, even though the total amount is more than 50%, there's no more than 50% at a time. So you can pull this strap out and undo any twists that may start. And I just hate twisted straps. So that's one thing that I look for in any life vest, is that there are no more than 50% of the length of the strap hidden at one segment at a time. So go out and get yourself a side entry vest in bright, vivid colors and improve your safety and fun out on the water. Ride safe and live life to the fullest always. We'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, all the rest of the good stuff. Come to Lake Powell, hit me up. It's great out here, guys. It's great. Absolutely great.